v squared equals u squared plus 2as. U equals 12, a equals -3, s equals 18. Work out the value of v. So what we're going to need to do for this question is substitute in the values of u, a and s in order to give us a value for v squared, and then we can square root our answer to give us the value of v. So v squared is equal to u squared, and if our value for u is 12, then u squared will be equal to 12 squared. And 2as will be equal to 2 multiplied by -3 multiplied by 18. So now what we need to do is simplify this down. So 12 squared is 144, and -3 multiplied by 18 is -54. 2 multiplied by -54 gives us -108. And then 144 minus 108 gives us 36. So now we've worked out the value of v squared, but we need to work out the value of v. So what we're going to want to do is square root both sides of this equation. And the square root of v squared is v. And then the square root of 36 is plus or minus 6. And this plus or minus is easy to forget. So plus or minus 6 is our final answer. Now this question's worth 2 marks. We'll get our first mark for substituting in the values of u, a and s into the equation. And we'll get our second mark for the correct answer. Make s the subject of v squared equals u squared plus 2as. So in order to make s the subject of this equation, we're going to want to get s on its own on one side. So the first thing we can do is minus u squared from both sides of this equation. And this gives us that v squared minus u squared is equal to 2as. And now the final thing we can do to make s the subject is divide both sides by 2a. And this gives us that v squared minus u squared divided by 2a is equal to s. And this is our final answer. Now this question's worth 2 marks. We'll get our first mark for minusing u squared from both sides of this equation. And we'll get our second mark for completing the method in order to get the correct final answer.